Next up, we have Never Return Alive Gold Edition Expanded and Enhanced from the Streets of Rage 2 soundtrack. Once again, everybody, this is a Basterd's LFA, a Layman-Friendly analysis. I'm a professionally trained musician, a composer, and my objective here is to explain things in a way so that you don't have to be one to understand what is happening here, musically. So, if you like the sound of that, make sure you're following the channel, subscribe to the channel, whatever you're gonna use, like the video, share the video, leave a comment, turn on notifications, become a member. Once again, everybody, don't forget to join the Discord server, the gaming channel, how to request songs if you're not on the live stream, members getting early access to the content. I have a spiel for this and a bunch of other things at the end of this video, so stick around for that. Disclaimers showing on your screen right now, so go ahead and pause the video to read them in full. Otherwise, please be patient with me. I am acoustic and guitarded, so please keep that in mind. With that, let's do this. Never Return Alive. Let's go.
There are no bad guys, just disturbed guys.
Okay, so we start with an audio sample, then we bring in a beat. We bring on an initial beat with a synth going up and down, basically just giving us an introduction and introducing us to the accompaniment. Accompaniment being whatever is not on the spotlight, usually whatever doesn't have your motif or whatever doesn't have your main melody, motif being the smallest version of your musical idea. They see the essence from which everything else comes from. And yeah, we're doing 5 right now. We're doing 5 a day right now, 5 LFAs a day. Mainly because of the situation at work. I don't want to compromise on burning out. I don't want to risk burning out either here or there, which is why we are keeping it to that. But the full-time experiment is right around the corner, and then we're going to be doing a lot more. Anyway, let's see where this goes. Just wait 6 streams? No, you need 10 minutes to get enough points for it, for you to put your song in the live queue when the live queue opens. Right now it's not open. Let's see where it goes. Okay, we introduce another synth there, giving us a really weird arpeggio. So it's doing some arpeggiation, right? So an arpeggio is when you play a chord one note at a time. For example, here is C minor, here is arpeggiated. So what we are doing over here is that we are doing like a small melody, and then in the meantime, like, we're doing the other, that kind of thing. You got a question? You just asked it. What's up? All right, let's see where this goes. Come on. Okay, so it could be that the siren sounding synth is the motif, because we don't have anything else. No, we don't have much else in terms of melody right now, so it could be that that is the motif itself. So we switch over to a heavier bass and everything else, and now we have this. You can review. You can't figure out. If you can't figure out how the Discord works, that's on you. So let's see where this goes. You can ask help, by the way. We have people there to help you, by the way. I'm just giving you shit. Anyway, let's see where this goes. All right. So yeah, we have a brief moment there where we take the siren a lot higher up, and now we bring it back to the original. Let's see where this goes. Thank you, Megumi. Thanks, Mama Megu. There it is! Okay, yeah, the siren is the motif. And basically, we are doing 2 things. Number 1 is we are going back and forth between a lower sample of it and a higher sample of it. And number 2, when the sample is higher up, we are doing an inversion of that melody, right? Like, it's technically still a melody, it's just, it sounds more like a siren, like an alarm, than it does a melody, but it still fits the criteria. We're going from note number 1 to note number 2, and it's there. So with that, we are doing an inversion. Inversion in melody is what happens when you take a melody and you play it upside down. Usually this means it's like placing a mirror above it, right? So if you were to be doing a melody like this one, then in inversion, would be going it going downwards. Instead, you're doing the shape going downwards, which is not the same as doing it backwards. If you're doing the melody backwards, which in this case for this one would be this, which in that case would be a retrograde. And if you were to do the same thing for the other one, because then the inversion is here, and if you were to do a retrograde of that, it would be a retrograde inversion. And there we have that. So we're having the inversion, and then we are starting to chop out the little melody and building an elongation of the inversion. Elongation is another way that you can develop your material, in which you make a slower version of something you've done before. So what are we doing to make this one slower? We are basically taking the sample, chopping it up, and making it play a new beat. But it's still the same sample. Very creative. Let's see where this goes. Thanks for the heads up, Jose. Okay, so we switch over to a more bassy synth over here, and it is doing a similar melodic movement to the original motif, just on beat, rather than it being just an alarm. Let's see where this goes. So yeah, we're probably going to do. Oh yeah, and valid. Yeah, right now BS talks are mostly shelved because I have a plan. I have something in mind that I want for it, but it's not ready yet, so I'm not gonna comment further. So yeah, this is Sega Genesis music, most of the track anyway. Nice. So there's the alarm again. So we go back to going now back and forth between the low and the high version. We make a new version with it, still using the same sample. Oh boy. That what Notch made? Okay, I'm gonna look there. Nice. Okay, so now we are bringing another synth, doing what is called panning. You can hear it going back and forth between the ears. And we are holding the side on the one that would be inverted as a pedal. A pedal or a drone. A pedal note or a pedal tone is basically a note that you just hold down for an extended period of time. Usually this is something you find in the bass, but every once in a while you will hear it higher up, like you are hearing it right now. And we are just holding down that motif. Oh my god, this is awesome. So in the future, you could possibly send more. Yeah, basically, you can request one at a time. Like the way that requests work. And by the way, might as well record it now in the video. So the way requests work, we have three main systems. One of them is in the back burner. We have the offline queue, which is the one that people submit via Discord. We have the live queue, which is when we take, this one is from the live queue, which is basically the people who are live on the stream. When I give the go, they get to request one song each. And then we pick one of the songs at random, and then whichever one that gets put here. If you get a song, that doesn't mean you can never request again. That just means you win that time, and then you have to hope for the wheel to pick you again. And then the third way that you can request music is via the bribe queue. This is the one that I recommend the least, because this one is the pay to win. Like this one is via super chats, super thanks, bits, kicks, PayPal donations, whichever one it is. I need to actually make a instruction with like which one means what. And yeah, it's based on the highest bidder. You pay them, you have the highest bid, you're the one who gets the spot for it. And there's that. So yeah, those are the different ways of requesting. And the only, if you're in the bribe queue, you can only have one request at a time. For all the other ones, the live queue, you can have one request at a time. And for the offline queue, we don't really log who requests it. We only log the songs themselves, so yeah. Anyway, let's see where this goes. You want to try as well? Yes. Yeah, yes. Ooh. So now we have another synth, the one that is panning. I just realized it is doing a variation of what the bass is doing. So we have a variation of a variation. while we're still having that. So it's still the motif, technically speaking, and we are still developing it. That's really cool. And one thing to note about this kind of music, that it might not be the most active or the most stimulating, but you have to remember that this music is meant to be for the purposes of scoring. When you are scoring, whether it is a video game, a film, or TV, or even radio, or a podcast, or a audiobook, or something, the purpose of the music is to enhance what is happening on screen, not so much for it to steal the show. There are, of course, composers that still steal the show, and some will have like both the highest quality music and the highest quality gameplay. It varies depending on the game, but the purpose of the score is to enhance what is happening on screen. In cases like Streets of Rage or other fighting games, you are going to need like loop-based music, which just means it's music that doesn't entirely have any particular cues for anything super specific, so you have to be a little bit more generic about these things. You have to be able to adapt to more layers, and of course this one is an earlier piece from an earlier time where the technology was a little bit more limited, so you add that into account as well, and you get a lot of compromises that you have to make as composers. Let's see where this goes. Oh, Frenzy, welcome back, ladies. I didn't see you. Alright. We bring back the first variation with the inversion. 2 runs of the variation up there, and 1 variation with the thing. Welcome back, Dimension 2? Yes. Why did that one guy hit the pose? I think he's holding up his fist. Because this is a game from the 90s when things mattered differently. Let's see where this goes. Welcome to Day Frenzy. Jesus. Let's see. There we go. Okay, so in this case, we are basically repeating. We might have looped, but we're basically repeating that first variation that we got. The really fun, chopped up inversion. Let's see where this goes. Oh no, we did not loop. Okay, so we bring in now an electric guitar, playing now another variation of the variation of the variation of the motif that we had. This is a really good way to show motific development, because we went from such a simple just alarm siren to this. And it's technically still the same material. This is awesome. Let's see where this goes. There's another elongation of the original alarm. Now it's just played over a longer period of time. The guitar now switched over to another elongation. Different elongation. So, welcome to the day. How you doing? Okay, focusing more on the bass now. ICB and welcome today. Oh my god. Oh, and we have another, like, not droney, like, bassy synth over there. But we go back to a little bit of a recapitulation from some of the material we did before, right? So recapitulation is basically revisiting material that you've already done before. And in this case, I still can't believe that this is all out of the one alarm siren. Like, that is, I think that is what has me the most impressed over here. How much we've done with how little. With so little. It's absolutely insane. Alarm sirens can make for some really good music, as we are seeing over here. Insane. Let's see, let's just where it goes. Insane. Okay, we bring now... Okay, we now have some arpeggiation. So we now have another synth. So now we have the climax of the piece. Climax is going to be within the last 1 to 2 minutes, and basically you're going to want to bring as much of the material back as you can and make it as bombastic as possible. So in this case, we basically bring everything that we've done so far, and we added one more synth in the middle, doing yet another variation. Oh my god, let's see where this goes. There's the chopped one and everything. Oh! And we do a disc scratch. So that sound you heard is a disc scratch. These disc scratch, the disc scratching comes from vinyl. Vinyl player, right? So a vinyl player, back in the day, this is how music was played. Where you would have a vinyl disc, which would have the music engraved on it, and then your vinyl player would have a very delicate glass needle that would then read that engraving. As in, the music engraving means that the music was physically printed onto the vinyl. Like, these are very, very delicate things. And usually what the vinyl player would do is that you would have the glass, the needle over here staying in one spot, and then the vinyl player would rotate at whatever speed you have, and then you put down the needle and it has it. But if you disrupt the rotation, you get these distortions. So DJs in parties, disc jockeys, they were disc jockeys because they would have several vinyl players hooked up to a sound system, and with the rise of hip-hop and electronic music, we started getting the disc jockeys starting to mess around a little bit more, to the point that now we have DJ disc sets, right, where we don't want to 100% use the vinyl records. This is how it used to look like, right? You just have two vinyl record players, and then you would have the scratching of the disc where you manually disrupt the music. The problem is that you have to be very careful with this, because you risk breaking the disc or the needle, and these things are expensive. So with the rise of technology, now we have things like these that just emulate these sounds, and you can do this. Yeah, you can still buy them today. Like, vinyl had a big resurgence in the 2010s. Like, vinyl had a massive resurgence because with the newer technology, turns out you can get some really, really high quality engravings nowadays. So you can get some really good quality records with vinyl. So yeah, we have that, but then the disc jockeys have that, and basically what we had was a moment of stopping and rewinding the disc for this kind of thing. Let's see where this goes. Yeah, mainly on the disc, mainly on the bass. There's that higher one. I think we're gonna do one more run of this. Okay, so yeah, we basically repeat the climax. Okay, so we repeat the climax, we bring it down to one more note in the bass, we let that ring out, and there you have it. Man, that was a lot of fun. That was really good, especially for, like, usually fighter games, they don't, like, the music is usually not the highest priority in fighting games, so you like, seeing something like this is just, that was really good. There you have it. That was Never Return Alive Gold Edition, expanded and enhanced from the Streets of Rage 2 soundtrack. Once again, everybody, this has been a Basterd's LFA, a layman-friendly analysis. I'm a professionally trained musician and composer, and my objective here has been to explain things in a way so that you don't have to be one to understand what's happened here musically. So, if you're watching this on the YouTube video archive thing, thank you for watching. Make sure you're following the channel, subscribe to the channel, whatever you use. Like the video, share the video, leave a comment, turn on notifications, become a member. Once again, everybody, don't forget to join the Discord server. That's where everything gets announced first. Whether it is the streams going live, the videos going off the channels, updates, projects, giveaways, everything gets announced there first. Of course, we have the community there. We hang out, we chat, we steal memes from other people's servers, and of course, where I host the Vintage Story. Daddy! Community server. It used to be a Minecraft mod. Now it's its own standalone game. I love it. I prefer it. I'm not sponsored by them or anything. I just really love the game to the point that I built a PC just to host the community server for it, which is available to be joined via via the Discord community. So join the Discord community in general today, linked in the description, and yeah, linked in the description. Also, share these videos with everybody that you know. Use the hype function on YouTube. We have a group on the Discord that coordinates for that, so linked in the description. Help the channel grow. Members get early access to the content. I schedule the videos for the week on Saturdays, and if you're a paid member on YouTube, regardless of your tier, you get access to the videos when I schedule them, at least for the LFAs. So become a member today. If you want to listen to this without me interrupting every 3.5 seconds, I'll be linking in the description down below. If you want to request a song and you're not on the live stream, check the pinned comment on this video. It has the instructions on how to request. If you want to catch the streams when they happen live, we aim from Monday through Friday, 6 p.m. Central European Time. We stream live on Twitch, YouTube, and Kick so that you can tune in from whichever platform you prefer. Again, 6 p.m. Central Europe. If you're not in Europe, do not worry. We have the full up-to-date streaming schedule showing in your local time zone in both Discord and Twitch. So, if you live in Pinchoco and you're like, yeah, but what time is 6 p.m. in Hungary? I don't live there. Do not worry. Just go to Discord or Twitch, both linked in the description, and they're both going to show the streaming schedule showing in your local time zone. And follow the gaming channel. I have a gaming channel because, of course, I have a gaming channel. I'm on YouTube. What else could I possibly have? Games are Basterd. That's where I put the gaming after show recordings when they happen, recorded live during the main channel's after show, and then the recordings go here. Recently, we've been playing through Limbus Company. We played through Just Shapes and Beats, and every game that we play in second half of the stream, and then the VODs of these go here. Every game that we play eventually winds up here, so linked in the description, or just search on YouTube. Same username as James R. Basterd. Just swap the J for a G, and you got it. And, yeah, there you have it. Never Return Alive, Streets of Rage 2. That was awesome, dude. Really good stuff, man. Really good stuff. But, yeah, let's move on.